that's reparations. You know, here in South Carolina was the capital of slavery at the end of chattel slavery.
What is your plan for doling out these reparations?
Well, it will not come from white people. That's a big misconception I hear, that it's punishment of white people. It's not based on race. It's not for all black people.
So, as you all have just seen, what was given was a very detailed explanation of how reparations can be paid towards the freedmen, black people here in America. And as Marcel Dixon has stated, this is not something that is based solely on race. So you can't be some kind of person, let's say you're Afro-Cuban, for example, and you come into America, you say, well, I am black, so I should be able to get X amount of money. That would not fly because you don't have any descendants here. You don't have the ancestry that is backed up by slavery. So that would be one of those things. It's about status, who you are in that regard. But something I liked that he stated was how he had 3 issues in this whole thing. I only put a little bit of it in the video, but he had 3 issues that he was referring to, which was 1, mass immigration, abortion, and then reparations. But we're going to focus more so on the reparation aspect of it. So I like the fact that he's saying, hey, we need to compensate people, because look at what happened with the Japanese. Look at what happened with the Native Americans. Look at what happened with the Jewish community, which Holocaust didn't even happen in America anyway. So it's like, why are they getting money? You know, so that's also another thing. So I like the fact that he's saying, like, okay, we're going to actually help out people who did not get helped. Okay. You had all these other people who got resources. You have all these other people who got assistance. But then when it comes to black people, it's like, we don't have any money. I mean, how are we going to pay for it? Oh, you're punishing white people, which this has nothing necessarily to do with you. This has everything to do with what your ancestors did to my ancestors. So now we need to be compensated for what it is that has taken place, just like your people have been compensated for what has been taking place as well in your perspective issues as well. So he ends up bringing about the idea of bonds, and he's saying, okay, 2.8 million bonds, that's what's going to be happening. Okay. And you're going to get paid with the interest, and that'll adjust for inflation as well. Now some people may say, that's too much for every black person, you know, that qualifies, of course. But here's the thing. People don't realize how much money was made via free labor. People don't realize how that looked. You know, so my thing is like this. Yeah, people should be reimbursed. People should be compensated for what the ancestors had to endure. And also all the crazy legislation that they had to go through as well. You had to go through Jim Crow, being considered 3/4 of a person. You're not even considered an entire person, but we all bleed red, right? Justice and liberty for everyone, right? Never forget, only when it's everyone else, but black people, we can forget about you guys. So I like the fact that this is what he was saying and how he was going about what he was saying. I do think this is the best option in terms of the bonds aspect of it, but let me know what you all think about that story down below.